Here we go. What's the fun fact for today? Hey guys, what's up? My name is Richard Terrell. I go by Kirby Kid. Welcome to DO Live. This is a daily stream in which we talk about game design topics. We're continuing with a small little segment that started about RPG elements, and we discussed RPG elements. We discussed what makes a strategy game, and now we have an interesting example where we're going to talk about Pokemon and how Pokemon managed to be an RPG at first, but transition its way into being a really deep strategy game that's had a long and interesting meta that's been going on strong since 1998. Fun fact, I competed in 2 official Nintendo Pokemon tournament events when I was a kid, and I won all my matches, but wasn't lucky enough to win the lottery to battle the local gym trainer. So as far as that goes, I have all the badges, all the real life badges I could ever want, and Pokemon's been in my blood since I first saw a demo video of it in Toys R Us. So this game series is cool. I've done a lot with Pokemon, played Pokemon cards, and played all kinds of spin-off Pokemon games. So this will be an interesting one. You can follow us. We have a website, a blog, a Discord, stream, and videos. You can follow our YouTube channel. It's the same name. Twitter's @DesignOriented, and the Discord links in the Twitter. But on today's call, I got a couple of friends with me. Got my brother, Adrian, and Tony. And we run the spectrum as far as Pokemon experience goes. We got, who's the most newbie? Tony, is that you?
Yeah, of course I'm the most newbie. I only played like 2 Pokemons. Never multiplayer. No multiplayer.
And then we have Adrian, who's played 3 Pokemons. And we'll just say that he's played multiplayer, even though it doesn't sound like it. He's not going to defend himself. Then we got...
Wait, what?
I don't know. I was trying to set Adrian up, but he didn't say anything.
Adrian's muted right now.
I don't care.
Adrian.
That's his fault. And then we have, myself and my brother. We've been playing since basically day one, red and blue. I'm red, my brother's blue, and I was also gold, I was also diamond, and I was also black, and sun. So those are all the ones that matter. I was also ruby. Those are my colors. So we're going to use Pokemon Showdown here to demonstrate some interesting concepts, but I guess we'll set it up a little bit first. And essentially, the question of the day is, Pokemon's a full-fledged RPG. It's got leveling, it's got items, it's got... what has it got? Variable stats with its crazy random rolls that you get every time a Pokemon is born. It's got all kinds of other things that are very common to JRPG style games. Yet somehow, unlike all the other RPGs on the face of the planet, Pokemon was able to create a head-to-head PvP battle multiplayer metagame, a whole scene, and the game has a robustness and enough depth to keep that going basically for every generation since 1. I know Pokemon Generation 1 battling wasn't the best. So many different moves, Pokemon, and the mechanics were programmed incorrectly and broken and weird, but ever since Gold, things have been fairly stable, and we've been enjoying an interesting metagame filled with an increasing number of Pokemon, an increasing number of moves and items, and every generation things get a little bit more interesting, but still built around the same core fundamentals that we learned back in 1998. So that's the question. That's the rub, around the same core fundamentals. Mute myself there and pop this out so I can see chat questions. Yeah, so how did it do it? Well, I think one thing that's pretty obvious is that the Pokemon battle system is, even though it's turn-based like so many RPGs and so many JRPGs, it's really the only one I can think of that's based on double-blind interactions, like primarily. You can't do anything in Pokemon without the opponent also selecting a move that they're going to do unbeknownst to you. So that's essentially what I mean by double-blind. Both parties, or maybe all 3 parties or all 4 parties involved, have to input their move without knowing what the other person's doing on that turn, and then the rest just plays out in surprising fashion in front of you. So the very fact that Pokemon is built around that is a big difference maker. And in a lot of ways, Double Blind is like a super discrete, distilled version of the same kind of interactions and dynamics that you would find in real-time gameplay. So in a lot of real-time gameplay, we know fighting games and other games are built around a delicate balance of things that you can't react to, things you can barely react to, and things that you can easily react to. And by putting all those into the space and mixing it up a little bit, you get a wide range of different strategies possible and play styles. Well, it's really not too different when you think about turn-based game design with Pokemon. Like, turn to turn, you can't react to anything because it's double blind. You can't tell what your opponent's going to do. But then when you start looking at the situation and you look at the pressure that you're putting onto them and you're using certain moves like U-turn or protect or whatever, and you start playing the game on a deeper level, you start to realize, like, oh, some of these turns are true 50-50s and are dangerous and volatile. Other turns, you play more to spec, you play safe, you get to essentially scout out moves and test your opponent's riskiness and willing to risk their Pokemon, and from there you make educated guesses, and it really does have a lot more variation. It has a lot more feel than just like every turn's a guess and who knows what's going to happen. And you'll see a lot of that coming up in some of these battles. But I think that's one of the biggest things, right? What do you think? What are your thoughts? Adrian still muted?
No, I'm still here.
So you guys are the ones with all the questions, so you guys have to ask us.
Yeah. So I understand that the double blind has a huge effect. I guess one of the other things that I'm curious about, I mean, I can tell from here from looking at Bulbapedia, there's something almost as many moves as there are Pokemon. So, how the hell did they come up with that many moves? Like, what is the design space of that like? Are they actually all unique, or is it just, this is the bug version of this move, this is the flying version of this move?
Good question. Let me show you an article. Referring back to the article that I mentioned in a previous video, I'm going to pop it up on the screen right here. It's called Wrinkles in Design Space, and it's an article I wrote 2011. I can't believe it. It's like 7 years ago, in which I talked about the design space of Pokemon, not just its weakness and resistance chart, which you can kind of see here, but essentially how its design space is uneven and it's wrinkly, and it's also thematically consistent. So like rock moves, rock is a type in Pokemon that's physically defensive, as you might imagine. It's rock, and it's also physically attacks. So there's not a lot of special rock moves in the entire game, and the ones that that exist are pretty weak. And then there's not a lot of special defensive rock type Pokemon because that's kind of against the nature of rock. And that lopsidedness gives the game a lot of character. It also makes the game a lot deeper because it makes a lot of the attributes and decisions that you make based on those attributes unevenly attractive, right? So like what Adrian's saying, is there like a bug move for every type of move, and like, or in every type of Pokemon, is there like the equivalent of Aqua Jet? And right here I show all the plus priority moves in the game. And plus priority moves go faster than the opposing Pokemon. Even if your Pokemon is slower, these moves just come out fast, pretty much. And as you can see, there's a water type, a normal, an ice, a fighting, a normal, a ghost, and this one's on attack. Kind of a dark one. If the opponent attacks, then this one kind of hits first all the time. Another fighting one, normal. So as you can see, for these plus priority attacks, this is just 5 types out of 18. That is clearly not one for every type. So when you're fearing your opponent from doing something with one of these plus priority attacks, you can hedge your bets and basically pick a dark flying or a dark ghost type if you can find one. And that will basically make them immune to almost every single one of these attacks. Normal can't hit ghost. Fighting can't hit ghost. Dark is resistant against dark. Dark fully nullifies psychic, and dark resists ghost. So you could essentially hedge your bets in that way, and that's kind of part of what's cool about Pokemon. Even though there's a lot of moves, there's a lot of handy heuristics and simple thematic ways of thinking about it to help you learn that if you just kind of imagine what's happening, it'll help you learn it that much faster. So let's take a look at some of these teams. Let's grab this Alolan Persian here and click on a move. So this Alolan Persian has all these different moves it can learn, and a lot of these are useless. Like, not those. Those are good ones. Did they put the best moves at the top? These are called usually useless moves. There's a category. So, like, when you're building your team out, the Pokemon Showdown helped organize things by making this category called usually useless. Can you guys see that?
It's a little bit cut off.
Yeah, it's just a little bit cut off. Let me see if I can. Nope. Ruin the stream. Well, too bad. And there's moves like Aerial Ace, which is just weak, Amnesia, which raises your special defense by 2. Usually people don't build sets around that. There's all these moves down here. Double Team is banned.
Wait, why is it banned?
It raises your evasiveness, and evasiveness is something that's just really hard to deal with, especially when Pokemon play ultra defensive. And they raise your evasiveness, and then they substitute, and then their substitute has that evasiveness, and you can't even hit the substitute, let alone hit the Pokemon behind it, and then it just becomes like a pure dice roll of, even if your attack was 100% accurate before, now it's like 30% accurate at best, and it's just incredibly frustrating.
So it's like, that's a little bit of a RPG BS?
It just makes a dice roll out of your basic way to interact with it. So it's just really annoying. A lot of other things in Pokemon have like turn limits or other kinds of limitations that you can plan around and directly affect. But this is just like, well, if you can't hit them, what are you going to do? Only a few moves have 100% accuracy no matter what, and nobody uses them. So let's see. Yeah, so there's a lot of moves that you have to build some pretty specialized sets for. Otherwise, there's a handful of moves like near the top that you can really make some interesting decisions around, and people can expect these moves and you can surprise them with these moves. That's the cool part. So yeah, there's a lot of complexity to Pokemon. There's a lot of moves in Pokemon, and even types and strategies. So clearly Pokemon doesn't need to be this complex in order to be deep. The other generations were just fine with just, 180 or so, 190 Pokemon in Gold, and Ruby added a couple more, whatever. But and each generation, the Pokemon they add are kind of like their own metagame, and then you can expand it to include all Pokemon. But yeah, let's look at this. So yeah, 4 moves per Pokemon, up to 2 types per Pokemon, an ability, an item, a gender, a happiness value, a level, and these stats. So I say before all the time, RPG stats are not bad. There's almost no one element you can talk about for game design that in itself just ruins things, because games, when you're talking about these elements, you're really talking about first tier level stuff. Let me show you. Right here. So everything in this light blue ring right here, this is all low level stuff. So when you're talking about game elements from here, there's really not much you can say I want to make a game, with the triple jump. Okay. I want to make a game with a sponge that you jump on and then it expands. You're okay. I want to make a game with stats. And then you're just okay. None of those things are neither good or bad. It's how you start to build it into your level design, or what kind of design space balance that you are shooting for, that things get really complicated. So while everything under this blue band is low level, once you get over here, it's high level and higher level and higher level. And this is why these topics are so hard to talk about, and these topics are almost nothing to talk about individually. So there's no one stat that you can say in Pokemon, oh, why do they have variable stats? Why not have variable stats? The real question is, what does it do how does it play, and how do we play around it. One thing that this simulator does is makes it easy to get perfect Pokemon. And when you base your expectations on Pokemon being like maxed out stats or can be perfect stats, it actually makes it easier to calculate than not. Instead of going like, what random stats are they going to have? Like, you can expect them to be built to fulfill these roles and be as good as possible in those specific ways. So yeah, variable stats is not a problem in and of itself. It's great that it has a small move pool, so you can really, like, just selecting the moves for your Pokemon is an interesting decision in itself. Like, just taking away one move, attacking move for basically Toxic, like in this case, that's a big deal. Because now this Jirachi only has Iron Head, which is a stab move, because it's a Steel type, and then Fire Punch, which is not a stab move, but is good for taking out Pokemon that are quad weak to fire. And then it has Substitute, which can't attack anything and hurts you, and then Toxic, which doesn't even work on Steel type. So this Pokemon already has a weakness. Like, it's already got its own role. You can already see it losing to a Water Pokemon. Water resists Steel, Water resists Fire. And if it was a Water Poison Pokemon, or a Water Steel, or a Water Pokemon that already had a status, or a Water Pokemon that was a Poison type or whatever, then this Jirachi can't do anything to it. It's just, that's it. So then you build the rest of your team knowing, okay, I got a Pokemon here that's completely weak to water. What can I do about it? And that's probably why Latios has... Wow, it doesn't even have Thunderbolt. That's why Volt Switch exists on this Rotom, but that's just one electric attack. How is she going to beat water types? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. This team may not... I think I copy-pasted this team from a really good player, so I'm not going to make fun of the composition. It also depends on what you're fighting against, right? If you're going to a meta where Rotom right here is the most threatening water Pokemon you'll meet, then maybe it's not that big of a deal that Jirachi can't fight it. Like, maybe. Who knows? So with 6 Pokemon on your team, 4 moves per Pokemon, and a couple other things that you can tweak, you can tell you can't cover everything. Pokemon have weaknesses like this, and maybe you can't fully account for your weaknesses, or maybe you double down on offense, or maybe you go for some defensive Pokemon that are generally good at defense but not good at doing damage back, so you can buy yourself a few extra turns. There's so many different ways to try to win a match. Picking your Pokemon is just the beginning, and then playing to your strategies, and then trying to make sure your opponent doesn't understand your strategies, and trying to get as much information from your opponent as quickly as possible. That's the name of the game. That's so cool. Whoa, Tony. Tony.
What? Yeah?
You're digging ice on my stream.
That's not me digging the ice.
Let's battle.
Not dig.
Okay. So, Marcus, watch out with your ice. Can you even hear it?
Giratina. Nice to meet you.
What the heck? Why is my... Okay, cool. I got my buttons back. Okay, so I'm playing around with little Plant Cat against this legendary Ghost Dragon. Not good, but I have knockoff, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. Super effective, gets rid of the item. It's Toxic Mist. He thought I was going to switch because I'm a stupid Plant Cat. And on this particular battle mode, I can't see what Pokemon my opponent has, and he can't see what Pokemon I have. So anything I bring out is going to be a surprise to him. So let's do this. He's going to Toxic again because he's angry. No, Draco Meteor. At least I resisted it. So now he has lowered attack because that a particular attack he used has a drawback and it lowers his attack. That means I can do whatever I want. I don't know what Pokemon he's going to bring out, but it's probably something that can fight me somewhat. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a Rock Slide. Rock Slide can miss, but it generally has... It can hit things for neutral or super effective. If he anticipates, yeah, he brings out a flying Pokemon. That's why I use Rock Move instead of Earthquake. But I'm Life Orb, so every time I hurt something, I'm going to be taking a tiny bit of chip damage. So here's what you were talking about earlier, Adrian. This Pokemon in front of me can heal, and he has leftovers, I think, so he's going to heal every turn anyway. So what little damage I do to it is probably going to be nullified if I keep attacking against it. So what I'm going to do, I have to switch, right? Because he could just pretty much wear me down individually. And then he throws up the Stealth Rocks, which my Pokemon right here is completely weak to. He's probably going to switch out since I'm a Fire Pokemon and he's a Steel type. And knowing that he's going to switch out, I'm going to pop up this substitute. Let's hope he doesn't have Whirlwind. Oh, shoot. If he has Whirlwind, let's go for a Fire Blast. If he has Whirlwind, that could be bad because he could force my Pokemon out. And when it comes back in, it's going to take half damage because these stupid rocks are on my side. Oh, why is he taking so long to think? Does he not have an easy switch in? Because he would have switched into it by now.
He's juking you, or whatever they call it.
Yeah, he's trying to bluff me or mind game me. So, because he's taking so long, either his internet is poor, or he's really looking at his Pokemon going like, I have nothing to switch into Moltres. And if he has nothing to switch in, going on the offensive is a good move. Wow, why is he taking so long? This makes me want to rethink my move. Should I substitute or Fire Blast?
No, stick with your guns, no matter what. Fuck it.
And if he forces me out after this, I'll come in with weaker damage anyway. I guess I can't afford to even, get out. He thought about it too much. Now he's probably going to bring in something that can set up on me. But then that he didn't want to take that hit initially, so it's not going to be a water Pokemon. Oh, a Lone Persian. He just fake out and lots of other stuff. He's fast too. Use a move that I'm quad weak to, but then I Toxited it. That's fine. If I subbed there, that would have been great, but there's only so much I can do. Let's sub up. No, I should have attacked. I flinched anyway. So that move he used was Dark Pulse. And I'm surprised he didn't use that rock move again. I'm not switching. Unless I want to save this for Death Fodder. Yeah, I'm not switching. Okay. So his Pokemon's on a timer because I Toxited it and it's going to be taking more damage every turn. So let's look at what options I have here. I got a Stupid Monkey. I got a Slow Dragon that can absorb grass. And I have something weak to dark. I just need something to stall him out a little bit. I have no healing myself. How fast is Persian? Wow, that's fast. Let's go with Grass Cat. What?
Hang on, can you look at the stats of his Pokemon?
It just says before items and abilities, this Pokemon has a speed range generally of 195 to a max of 239. And if I can see its max, like no matter what he chose in between that range, and I look at mine and my max is lower, then I assume I'm not faster.
Okay.
Yeah, you missed your hypnosis. Get out, cat. Oh, shoot, that was not strong enough. Shoot, he's going to try to put me to sleep. And that could be downhill. Let's get this. Oh, you missed it again. Hypnosis has a 50% chance of hitting, so he was just really just throwing out whatever, assuming his Pokemon was going to die. Now this monkey is fast. Look at the speed. 215. This Giratina speed is 174, so I'm faster. I can't really hit it with anything on this monkey, and I don't want these other guys to come out and take a hit, except for Wobbuffet has pretty good hit points. Oh, it has a Custap Berry too, so if I get low enough, I'll be able to not do much. So I feel like I have to chip away at this thing because I don't have moves that really hurt it. Fire Blast versus this rock move. That's not stabbed. Versus... And I missed. Well, now he's weakened again, so I have to... Man, this stupid Drampa. So, Drampa has a move called Berserk, an ability called Berserk, where if you hit him with a super effective move, he gets power. But he doesn't know I don't have it, so I'm going to pretend like I want him to hit me with a weakened dragon move, and then so I can go Berserk. So what move am I going to bank on? Because whatever move I picked, I'm going to be locked in because this Pokemon has an item that locks it in. It makes me more powerful, but I got to pick. Let's go with Hyper Voice. Get out of my way, dragon. Oh, shoot! Hyper Voice is normal type. He needs a ghost. If he stays... Oh, let's do this Dragon Pulse. If he had a Fairy type, I thought he would have brought it out already. But maybe I didn't have any Dragon... Why is this guy taking forever to think? Yeah, one cool thing about the game is even though a lot of Pokemon can heal with certain moves or certain items, you really start to feel immediately that every little piece of chip you take is meaningful. You're not going to get it back. It's not going to be erased anytime soon. This person's taking forever. Yeah, I faked it, but he didn't bite. What a freaking jerk. What if I had Berserk?
Who cares? It's just Drampa.
But I'm a level 88 Drampa, and his team's probably...
No one respects Drampa. I know firsthand. Like, what about my thingy? Nobody.
Man. Well, that's why I switched from the freaking Hyper Voice back to Dragon Pulse. Oh, he has the same one I do. Piece of trash? Well, I can take care of this Pokemon with a lot of different things that as long as they stay alive.
Sapsipper?
Huh?
You need a Sapsipper Drampa?
Yeah.
Oh, you got someone in the chat.
Oh, man, why do I keep covering up the chat? GG Quake. Hey, what's up, GG Quake? I'm going to switch to Wobbuffet. Let's hope this doesn't just absolutely... Yeah, it's freaking Swords Danced. Do I have an Encore? I'm not faster than him. He's 176. I'm 95 speed, so I need to counter. And counter takes the damage I get, the hit points, doubles it, and gives it back to the opponent without applying weakness and resistance. So he will die if he hits me. Unless he rock slides and flinches me and pisses me off. No! It's too strong. That's the weakest piece of trash ever. Rifle.
You're in trouble.
Yeah.
This is over. Obada. Oh.
Not yet. I think I have to knock off right now. How much did Leaf Dave use? 67? Should I knock off, Marcus?
What do you need to knock off for?
Catch the incoming thing? Dang. See, that's exactly why I needed to knock off. I was like, why did I do it? Because you asked this question. Okay. This thing's going to start quiver dancing up in my face. And I really have nothing to do to stop it. His speed is going to go way high after modifiers. Oh no. Give me a bunch of loser Pokemon.
Moltres is legendary. Wobbuffet's OU.
Wobbuffet didn't do anything. I thought it had good defenses. Maybe it was like a special Wobbuffet. I didn't check it out. So special defense wise, they're both weak. It's over. I'm surprised it didn't give me anyone with any workup moves at all.
You have Sword Stand.
Where? Oh, for this jerk?
You're asking.
Can I win a speed tie? It's not over. So we have the same little Excadrill, and when there's a speed tie with the same exact speed value, then it's random. So I could get an Earthquake and kill him. And no, switch out. He died. Yeah. I don't know how laggy the stream is, but I'm not looking too good in this match.
I'm in real time.
Oh, cool.
Make a play if I want.
So does any of this make sense, Adrian? Oh, it's Mr. Mime.
I think it would make more sense if you play with a team and not a.
Yeah, but I'm not. So this is how much does Stealth Rocks do to an incoming Excadrill if I switch in?
He's dead. He can't come back.
Iron Head or Earthquake? Let's see, Earthquake.
He's gonna go for the flinch. That thing's defensive.
But how much does Life Orb do to myself?
Wait, that sounds more powerful.
Oh, you're dead.
I'm
Oh,
dead.
you have Life Orb?
Yeah, they freaking gave me this. He's fast. He's scarfed. Okay, Grandpa, do your thing. Do your thing.
Grandpa.
It's a Slim Reaper.
Oh man, that was lame. And that was his fairy type he could have brought out earlier. That was lame. Oh, I'm in here live doing challenge requests. Oh, you want to fight? That's funny. Go ahead. Random battles?
So,
Face off against the GG Quake.
Oh, cool. Get another Fight Club started, like with arms.
AMS? You like AMS?
I like Am.
Arms.
So that's the thing. We know that deep strategy gameplay of interesting decisions. I can do any. Let's do random. Because I don't have a team.
Probably make a team.
Unless my team builder. I think I have some of my teams. Yeah, my Thanks Obama team. But is that Yu? You want to do some
Yeah.
Gen 6 Yu?
All my teams.
Zimu Tomodachiwa. Monotype random.
Got.
Alright. He's ghost or water, and I'm water or... Wait, he's freaking stream sniping me. I can't tell him my strategies. Stop stream sniping. Okay, so this Pokemon's probably going to Will-O-Wisp.
Go for Dragon Dance, because that sounds like a good name. It's alliterative.
This is Water v Water. Is this Water v Ghost or Flying V? Is it always their dominant type?
Not always. Willow miss. You
Good
didn't
thing it
well.
didn't DD. Explain that to Tony.
I should have DD'd.
No, you shouldn't. Well, you could have. Better this way. It's gonna. If you DD, he would have switched in this block. He probably has a steal.
It's water.
water.
He's
Yeah, see?
water.
He's gonna.
Not good for him. This is non-contact move. It doesn't matter if you're baneful.
So, Protect just, like, nullifies any damage at all for a turn?
I mean, both water.
Yeah, we're both water. So this Pokemon is water ground. That's why my electric attack didn't work at all. And he can't really hit me with some of his best moves, so he's probably going to Toxic. And I'm going to go back into... Ooh, that's pretty good. I'm going to go into my hidden Relicanth. So yeah, Pokemon typing is a big deal because right when they pop out, you're like, oh shoot, I either gotta expect attacks. Wait, I swapped out to deal with the electric, but I can't do a thing. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm rock too, so I'm weak. My little neutral defense is not that good. I just came here to throw rocks.
I can't.
I just put this Pokemon out to throw up rocks. Ooh, and I get one free attack. Head smash. Maybe I should have done a water attack. So now he can just rue the day. Levitate over this spike with my levitating Pokemon, so that spike doesn't automatically poison me, and then continue to throw out Hydro Pumps. Oh shoot! See, this is what I'm talking about. Now he can heal, so he can't hurt me, but I can't really hurt it. Do I have any toxic? No. That's not good.
Why did you use Hydro Pump on him?
Well, I didn't think he'd have Storm Drain, but he's a water ground type. Oh, he can hurt me a lot more than I can hurt him. Okay. No big deal, no big deal. I'll just quad resist the water real quick and get poisoned. Don't burn. Oh yeah, I'm poisoned, so I can't get burned. It's a good chunk of damage he's hitting me with. So now I have to. I'm gonna substitute in his face, even though I'm poisoned. He ice beamed. Shoot. Okay, now that he's a little weaker, we're going outrage. Ah! Good. He decided to kill me, and he dropped his Pokemon. I think that one Pokemon there was the biggest thing holding back my Rotom from sweeping with this Thunderbolt. So let's see what happens if I bring him back out. That was a double down. Oh, so now he brought out this jerk. And this jerk is not fast until he Cell Smashes. Do you think he's weakness policy? Let's test it. He's dead. That's what he is. So sometimes just the opponent bringing out a Pokemon, you're like, why would this guy be out here? And you think, does he have a plan, or is this a big fake, a big feign, a big bluff? This guy gets speed every turn he freaking just stays out in this form. So what I'm going to do on the first turn is nothing. Well, he's going to protect Psychic Fangs. Well, now he's weaker because this burn cuts his physical attack in half. That's why almost no one likes being burned. And now his next attack will likely not kill me. I was hoping to live in Rock Blast.
It's not looking good. Tuned out real quick. I'm back.
So, and now I'm just gonna bring out the Pokemon that can ruin his day.
Huntail Cell Smash.
Okay, let's do a Huntail Cell Smash.
It's gonna try to haze you. He's gonna recover. Well, probably wasn't the best move.
No. I am Huntail.
The White Herb? Oh, cool. White Herb.
Yeah, so my defenses aren't dropped.
He didn't recover? I guess he's giving it.
Yeah, he should. Yeah. Shell Smash is such a crazy move. It raises 3 of your stats and just basically lowers your defenses, but then you can have an item that nullifies the lower, but it only activates once. So it's crazy city. Yep.
Pokemon has best strategic stat boosts.
It's amazing how powerful the boosts are, and yet how not broken the game is. That's another thing we can talk about. It's
You
crazy.
can always force you to
You never
switch.
get like degenerate or anything where you just constantly boost up your stats. Like it's just impossible to do that.
It's all about. So like you have to kind of invest in either physical attacking or special attacking, and then you're just like I said before, because you have 4 slots, you can only have so many attacks, and then they can basically get a feel for what attacks you can do, and then switch out a defensive Pokemon that basically ruins your day. So, in its essence, if you spend like 3 turns working up and they can fully nullify you with a good switch in, that means you wasted 3 turns instead of gaining an easy win. And it's all about which Pokemon you decide to boost and in the face of what danger and all these other things. Yeah, that was a weird match. Double water.
Some of them were possible.
Yeah, how many? I'm just realizing now how many moves in Pokemon are tied to a stat or affected by a stat. Because it seems to be that there's a lot of moves that are like, oh, this one increases your speed, this one decreases.
Oh, how
your
many
defense
boosters are there?
Yeah,
Like 30.
30.
I mean, a lot of moves have a chance of lowering your opponent's stats. So if you get lucky, you're like, now your special defense is lower, and next time I hit you, it's harder.
Yeah, I would say most of the moves have a secondary effect.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yeah,
'Cause that's not something I
very
see a
few
lot.
moves are just plain Jane. Like, that's boring sauce. Where's Gen 6 UU? Why can't I play my Gen 6 UU team in Gen 7? Oh, cool. Oh, cool.
I've been slapped. Slap my team.
Thanks, Obama 2. Why can't I use this? You got any VGC? Oh, I do not. Okay, so
Also,
this
things like
is a team I made for freaking Black White. And it was using a Pokemon that I caught in Diamond Pearl and imported, named Obama Snow, but I named him Obama. And the team's called Thanks Obama. So this is what a normal battle looks like. You're looking at your opponent's team, all 6 of them, and you're going, what do I need to do to make sure I don't lose to this jerk or that jerk? I have a Grass Dragon. He has no ice, unless it's hidden power. And I got an Arcanine. What does he even have? Why do you even have that? What are these jerks? Oh, so if he boosts, I have my backup Fortress. Okay.
Is that red card fortress?
Yeah.
I
So
took
then,
that. I like it.
he's probably gonna. Marcus, who's he gonna open up with? Crobat for an easy U-turn?
No. Marowak or
Yeah, definitely Marowak. He has like flames on his
well,
bone.
I guess a
That's very
U-turn. If you
threatening.
also start with Arcanine. Does he have Will-O-Wisps?
No. Extreme Speed, Close Combat, Safeguard, Flare Blitz, but he doesn't know that. Who is this person? How do they know you?
No, that's his name.
He said Marcus in the
How
chat.
do you know my name? You know my name? See it right here.
What? How did? Is this you?
Oh.
Is this Jonathan Blow? So like, okay, he thinks I have a Earthquake or something. So what I'm gonna? He's a Ghost type, so I can't really hit him. He doesn't know that.
Marowaks, they still carry Earthquake.
Yeah, but what the heck?
Safeguard. My gosh.
Suck it. I'm clicking Safeguard.
Do what?
Protect my other guys from getting Willow. What am I supposed to do? Why can you hear me? Oh, he's not stream sniping, but you're still listening? Well,
Gotta hit him with hit him with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Mind swap.
Okay, Marcus, click my move.
You're bad. I need to put a real team together.
Okay, you do that now. I'm gonna keep playing. Shoot, this Marowak is pissing me off. I basically made this team for Black White. Like, this Marowak doesn't exist in my universe. I don't know what to do. I know what to do. I know what to do. I know what to do. You son of a...
decent.
I thought he was going to switch to this, and I Dragon Tail. Piece of trash.
Actually, this is a funner. No.
Oh, your power punch. See, I switched to a ghost and he used a fighting move, and I was like, like Salacious Crumb. He cursed and I cursed. We cursed. Wait, no, I cursed him.
We curse. You curse. We curse.
So now I put this guy on a timer.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put a Sedinja on the team, and then we're gonna tell them the Pokemon types, and then we're gonna ask them when to switch.
That's a little complicated. My
No, it's not. You're just like, do you expect this type of attack? And then we'll always switch. I mean,
No! Nobody wants to use my freaking cool moves.
of course not.
Yeah, this team sucks.
Yeah.
What the? I crunched it. Oh, I'm burned. Am I faster? Wow. Well. I don't know what to do about this piece of trash in front of me. Flare Blitz. Calm Mind. Maybe not the best move. If I Flare Blitz again... Crawdont. Burn him! You gotta Aqua Jet me, son, if you want to survive. So my Arcanine is banded, and now he knows
Golly. Guy.
Brave Bird that, get red carded. Sup, bro? Here's my plan. Let's go. It's not gonna work. Survive. Yes. 1%. Let's go. I don't know what to do. Oh. Okay. So check this out. Now he's like +4 because he power punched, and that is a weak move that actually gives him a bonus like that. So now I switch to my friend Saint Sino, and we use this move called Encore. And then he has the power punch. I don't know why I did that. Nothing I can do now. This team sucks!
Do hot train!
Come on, everybody. Oops. I'm supposed to be freaking Arcanine with the Flare Blitz solo. Yeah, all my moves resisted. Ouch. Yeah, I was supposed to bring out this jerk and Flare Blitz. Give me something to Flare Blitz. I should have extreme speeded on that last turn. And then extreme speeded that jerk. Tincino, please. No, Rock Blast. Am I faster? 361 versus 394. Wow. Z-Power, no. I don't even have any Z moves on my Pokemon. Oh, this is an old gen battle. So even in some of the tier levels where there's a lot of common Pokemon that you see, a lot of times, hopefully, the more you know what Pokemon you're likely to fight, the more creative ways you can dance around them by building specific countermeasures, both in the moves that you give your Pokemon, which Pokemon you take in, the items you give them. It's just something to catch them by surprise to get a strong advantage. Caesar. Oh my gosh. What? That's weird. So, like I was saying before, you want deep gameplay. You want gameplay of interesting decisions, and there's all these different ways you can sort of, get that to happen and still have all these different styles and shades and flavors of your actual gameplay experience. But sometimes I feel like people don't understand that making deep games isn't about all these. Oh no, it's Toxic Orb, Luxray. What am I gonna do? It isn't about having a lot of these mysterious factors. It's really just about, like, hey, did you take care of the few elements you put in, and then it doesn't actually have to make a super complex game on the other end. It doesn't have to be something so crazy that you don't understand it. Luxray being a jerk. See, when I invite you to the stream, you have no questions. Let this be a lesson to you, Adrian and Tony.
Hey, Adrian.
I'm putting all of my focus into trying to understand these matches. The thing is, there's so many more moves now that I don't know. Wait, Facade?
Oh no.
Wait, I think I know what that move is. Is it Facade where if you're affected by a status like Burn or something like that, you actually double in power?
Yeah, you get a power burst.
Yeah. A really conditional but also super useful move. That's something you don't often see in other RPGs. Things like that, things like Rapid Spin. I know one of the things that made Rapid Spin useful for me, because I would also play with a Fortress, was that it would both let you escape out of Whirlpool, get rid of spikes, and also certain status effects. And like the fact that Well, yeah. The fact that so many moves seem to have some secondary effect, like that one, Fire Blast, 10% chance to burn, I think is what takes it. What helps to also to take it out of that, one-dimensional. Just use the move that the Pokemon's weak against, kind of thing.
So our friend Gigi Quake here says, why did I pick Flash Cannon? Because I didn't want to miss a Fire Blast and get killed anyway. So I picked a move that almost killed him. 4% left on his life, but it just wasn't strong enough. It happens sometimes. You get vacuum waved. But I guess if I didn't want to miss and I had this Fire Monkey in the backup, I probably should have just went for it. Because I got killed anyway. Little things like that. You're like, do I suck?
I guess, actually, no, I do have a question now. Every move has an accuracy stat, so what benefit or what does that add to the game, and how do you play around it?
It's primarily you gotta go for power or go for a chance to miss. A lot of the high moves like this Hydro Pump are strong, but they can miss. He boom bursted me! Breakthrough! No! Chatot, so annoying.
I use Moody Band.
It adds luck to the game in RNG. That's what Chatot does, and Moody is the same way. Moody can not only boost your evasion stat automatically, which is that thing we said was very hard to get around, very devastating.
Rudy can randomly give you an evasion ink.
Why am I so fast? Is Pergly fast? Wow, get returned. Why is this fat cat so fast? I was like, it's slow because it's fat.
No, that just means he's powerful.
You see the tail on Pergly's back? It actually like clips onto its own back like a neck pillow when on an airplane. That's what it basically does. Yeah, so you asked a question before, Tony, about degenerate strategies, like the weakness resistance. Oh no! The weakness resistance system in this game basically says when you attack, they can try to double blind guess and put up a good defense. Not only by picking a Pokemon with good defenses, but a Pokemon that resists you. And if they resist you, that's half the attack power already gone. If they quad resist you, that's down to a fourth. That's a big deal for a good guess. It can keep you alive. And if you can recover, then you can pretty much be like, all that guesswork I did, now it has completely nullified your advantage. And now I'm in the advantage. So little things like that can really help. That's why it's almost a bad idea to boost at the beginning of the game, because they have all their defensive options and secrets at the ready, and you're basically going, I'm investing in everything first turn, and you're like, that's when you're most able to be countered, is at the beginning. Especially before you know what their moves do and their Pokemon do.
About the accuracy thing. How does Pokemon still remain a strategy game when you have that, RPG-esque, almost, randomness going on?
There's nothing.
With whether you can.
There's nothing undeep or unstrategic about a dice roll. You listening to too many people like Bergen that get really mad about randomness, and it's just a freaking factor of the game. You have the pros and cons. You take your own chances. You deal with it. One cool thing about the game is just what almost every competitive environment wants to do is eliminate sort of the effectiveness of randomness. So like in tennis, if the wind could blow the ball and kind of give you an advantage randomly, then they'll play enough matches to where even if the wind's going crazy, the person with the better skill or technique or consistency will win. Same thing in Pokemon. You have 6 Pokemon and they got enough ability to sort of even get crit and bounce back in a lot of cases. So even the 6 point whatever % chance to crit and the chances to miss your attack, sometimes you're like, yeah, that miss sucks, but you know, it's not that big a deal. I'll just recover like this and this and this. And you can hear the commentary of good battlers like Pokey AMD. He's like, yeah, that looks like it sucked, but it actually, I think it's going to give me an advantage. I think that miss is actually going to help me. He just like reconfigures all of his strategy on the fly. It's like, yeah, I'm glad I missed. And like, sometimes it's complicated. And individual turns may not go your way, but it's up to you to be the best battler you can be given all the elements and factors of the game. And yeah, sometimes you'll lose from a 50-50. Sometimes you'll lose from a freaking 1 in 10, 100,000 chance. I lost a game like that. So pissed. So stupid. Freaking Shaman Sky using a move that can cause your Pokemon to flinch, and when they flinch, they just can't move. So I got flinched like 6 times in a row and lost the game. And I got him all the way down to 1 Pokemon. I'm like, all I need to do is hit 1 attack. Any attack from any of my Pokemon. Flinch, 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 flinch. This game sucks. And that was like a 1 in 100,000 chance for him to win, and you got it. But you know, that's going to happen. The more you play, it will happen. Sucks. But then, you know, if you're really competitive, you're playing on a ladder, or there's the best out of 3, or whatever, and you just deal with it. That's Pokemon for you. As Aaron Cybertron Zang always says, that's part of the game. If you really want to minimize it, you probably need to build a team that says, like, this character can't give crit, this character can't be, yeah, I put no moves on him that miss, and this, like, you can try to hedge your bets against some of the most random elements, but, you know, that's your choice. Oh yeah, so our friend had to go to bed because it was like 5 something in the morning for him. Oh wait, he said again?
Yeah,
he said sure.
Oh.
Did you have to go to bed?
Yeah, he's in a different country.
Random doubles battles, check this out.
Okay.
Whew. Wow.
Check out this BS team I just made.
For what tier?
Lagu. You. The only tier that matter. Actually, my OU team's pretty easy. Just slap on Rain and Sedinja. Easy win. Your double battle is up. You lost to that level 1000 Joker.
I knew his frick. I knew his Spider was going to protect because I have 2 electric Pokemon out, and I was going to double down into that slot. Now, if I double down into it, he might have a ground Pokemon in the back, which is kind of dangerous. But cool thing is, I took extra damage with my Rotom, so I could do something like frickin' this. Yep. Give me your health. Yep. And now, since Earthquake hits everyone on my side, I don't have to worry too much about it. I'm going for a Gallade. This little Leavanny's going to beat me up. Wait, he's going to use a grass move on my water ground type? Oh, frick. Yeah, he's going to use a grass move. I'm quad weak to grass over there. Ah, his Gallade got paralyzed. Miga ita sono no hoshi dare kure mune ni kuyashi sono no. Leaf Blade resisted. He crit me. See that crit?
Yeah.
Yeah, his Gallade's going ham. But his cool part is Rotom can keep subbing down here because I have Pain Split. And then I can use the pivot opportunities with my other Pokemon. Let's go! Am I Specs? I don't even know. This is gonna be painful. Oh, you trash. Let's hope his... Yeah, okay. We did the right damage that we needed to. So now as the Araquanid's out, he still has Protect, which I know from scouting before. Dragon Ice. Okay. I've scouted out his moves. Shoot. That did not go the way I wanted it to. Okay. He's liquidating into my Pokemon.
Look at that nasty Kyurem.
He threw some Draco Meteors on the ground. He just missed, Adrian. He just threw those meteors right onto the ground next to the battle.
Yeah. I mean, I think my questions from here on would probably be about the, the whole accuracy stat, random. How does Pokemon get around it, or what?
Adrian, dead.
Yeah.
It is
Can't even remember what
12:45 in the morning.
their question was.
Yeah, we have a
Oh.
YouTube. This is, to answer your question, GG Quake, we do YouTube. We do these daily streams about different design topics. You can't liquidate a water-absorbing dinosaur.
You can try.
If he was smart, he'd go after my little Rotom. You can't liquidate a water-absorbing dinosaur. He's going to bring out a fresh Pokemon, and I'm going to Pain Split it. He's listening to this commentary, so he's going to Protect. But then that's when I'm going to add my final Mind Game layer. He's not falling for my Mind Game layer. Can he? I flinched his little... He exploded! He killed his friend! He killed his friend! And I protected with Rotom. Oh, this is looking so bad for him. Oh, Pelipper. He's gonna get Rock Slide. Both of his Pokemon are weak to Rock Slide. This is funny. And now I'm gonna Pain Split the one I feel like is more annoying. And then I'm going to Rock Slide. Yeah, I'm used to the 2v2, or... Oh no, he protected. Well, good thing I picked the right person to... Ouch! Alright, you're gonna get a double dose. No, you're not. Let's go, let's bring out the Pokemon you can super effective. I don't care.
What's his Rotom still?
Yeah, I don't know. He was the first Pokemon out, and he just stayed out there and did all these protects and substitutes. Oh, I crit that. Leaf Blade can't kill me. He crit me, and I used the Citrus Berry, and you dead because you're quad weak to Electric. And Rotom is the MVP.
You did.
11, he's fast. Leavani. Let's give you more Pokemon you can quad attack. Let's see what you can do. I've got this, says GG Quake. Oh, that's right. Quad those guys.
Dialga.
I didn't want to reveal that he was never going to win because Dialga was in the back.
Rotom. The reason he can't.
Oh, where's your team, Marcus? What are you trying to do? Is he enroll you? Wait, he's on your computer only. Unless you boot up the next game, I won't even be able to see the team.
Go.
Cool.
Right.
You play, Marcus. I'll talk about. So Pokemon Conquest. So like you talk about the basic elements. Pokemon have hit points. Pokemon have elemental types, both attacking and defending. Pokemon have a limited amount of moves, and Pokemon have a wide design space of moves to pick from, with tiny little augments with the items that they hold. Pokemon Conquest almost has all the same things, and it sucks. It's less than shallow. It's annoying because you do a lot of work moving your little units around for a very, very shallow game experience. You play it, right, Marcus?
Shouldn't waste my. Do this.
Okay, so Marcus opens up with Rotom-Mow. Rotom-Mow looks like he has a decent ally switch. What, Marcus?
Oops. It's supposed to be Switch.
Switch? You mean switcheroo? Yeah.
Switch.
Switch? What is that?
Trick.
Okay. I was like, you're making up new moves. That's a Nintendo console. So this guy sacrificed his first Pokemon to get up rocks. A lot of people do that. He did that especially because he saw that Marcus has a Sedinja on his team. But Marcus obviously we're going to have some method of defogging, so that was like a waste of a Pokemon. That Pokemon that opened up still has a priority move, so he's not completely useless. Wow, I can't believe he didn't throw up a Toxic.
Good baby.
So Marcus has this guy on the defensive. He's got to switch out Salazzle. He's going to get one shot by Earthquake. I'm not even sure Salazzle can do anything cheeky. Marcus has Stealth Rocks. If that guy were really, really bold, he'd probably stay in Toxic or.
Ooh.
He's really, really bold.
Oh, come on.
And he got a burn. So the reason why that guy stayed, he's going to defog and he's going to try to get his rocks back up with this Pokemon that was near useless. And since this was Marcus' last defogging Pokemon, he might get into Sedinja now. You could. Are you faster? Can you taunt?
I'll make an Excel Rock.
Okay, and then do you have any? Yeah, you have. What? Oh yeah. So then this is Marcus' other backup. So the other guy's gonna try to throw up rocks, which will one-shot one of Marcus' most special Pokemon, Sedinja. So he's gonna Mega Evolve so he can bounce it. But he knew that, so he switched out to Wishy-Washy. So then Marcus knew that, so he knocked off. Right? I mean, Marcus was in a pretty advantageous situation anyway. But Wishy-Washy is a Pokemon that's super strong until you get it below half health, and it's actually made up of like 1,000 smaller fish. And if you get him below half health, he just turns into one smaller fish. But Marcus is just going to go into a Pokemon that resists this move instead of trying to attack him directly. Because he really doesn't want any damage to happen to that other Pokemon that was out at all. Because that's the thing he's going to use to keep rocks off the field so he can keep a Sedinja alive. Meanwhile, Marcus is scouting for all the moves that the opponent is doing. He sees the opponent only has three Pokemon that can actually hurt him. One's a Ghost Grass, one's a Fire Poison, the other is that one hit point at Rock. So he's actually going to put the pressure on now and try to drag out one of the opposing Pokemon. Yep, it's the Fire. He's baiting it, basically saying, hey, this is a guy you don't want on the field, so bring out a guy you think could beat him. Then he switches to his freaking Volcanion, which quad resists Fire. He got a crit, and that's all the damage it did, 14%. So now Marcus is back in the advantageous situation that can throw off basically any of these crazy. He has a 4 attacking Volcanion, if you can see that. The 4 different attacks that has a wide coverage: ground, poison, water, fire. That hits every type in the game. It can super effective. I don't even know how to calculate that. Can that super effective every type?
Yeah, water. Except for Raichu. And
I just meant like in the game period. Like, is there any type you can't super effective with this spread? So he brought out Komodo. So this Komodo probably is Z Komodo. No, unless that's too strong for this tier. I can't spell daily. D-A-Y-L-Y. How do you spell daily? D-A-I-L-Y, daily? I can't spell. So he knew that guy was going to bring out his threat, and then he freaking shadow snuck it. So Marcus has, what kind of Sidinja is that? Sash? Yep,
Yeah,
Toxic would have killed Sidinja one hit, and since Salazzle's a poison type, Toxic never misses. And since Salazzle also has a unique ability, Corrosive, it can poison anything in the game. Oh, you're listening to me as I can't spell daily. D-A-I-L. Oh, I'm so tired. So then he sludge waves, and then Marcus kills him with a steam eruption. No big deal. This Volcanian's a legendary-ish Pokemon, so he's pretty freaking strong. He's basically water and fire, which is like one of the new rare types they never combined it in. He brings out a dark type to... Oh! So that guy read Marcus's dark type switch in, because dark type can nullify basically poison and psychic. This Crocodile can nullify both of the Raichu's attacks, like, flat out. So he has a move that handles him, but it's a move with low accuracy, and he just bit the dust for it. Or he didn't bit the dust. He's now more on the losing end. Marcus's Pokemon are just really racking up damage, chipping everything, right? So every little advantage you get, even if the Pokemon resists the attack, that's damage that Decidueye is probably not going to get back unless it has Roost. May have Roost. Looking at his team composition, Decidueye is probably the only Pokemon on his team with a recovery move.
Ooh, wow.
So Marcus sacked a Pokemon. Sometimes you keep a Pokemon alive just so that you can sack it to a stronger attack later. Pretty advanced stuff when you're really believing in the defensiveness. So this is a dark type, and the opposing Pokemon's a ghost type. It's over. Marcus's Absol is fast. Decidueye is not fast because he's part of the slow Loha, as they call it. Marcus's knockoff would also work on Raichu, but he's scouting with his Wonder Guardian Sidinja, and now Raichu probably can't do a single thing. I bet he has no more moves that can hurt Sidinja, and he gives up.
Yeah.
Yep. Totally, Marcus totally saw the composition of his team early on. It was like, I'm going to play around this. He got some bad luck with the crits at the beginning and one bad read, but like I said before, he had enough of a dynamic team to make the adjustments as it went along, and then I was calling out everything that he was doing anyway. I'm like, this guy's over. And he was over. He's a low-level battler. That's all right.
Yeah, I couldn't. I thought about to save my rating.
Oh yeah.
Boy.
You decay.
Well,
There's decay. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But you see how some of that's working, Adrian? Like, pew, 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 1,000 things.
Yeah.
So you can see how the Enlightened system will work really well. Just make 1,000 observations, and all of a sudden you can start seeing the future. But until you've explicitly made those observations, like, people get scared when I do this. People tend to do this when I do that. Then you're not gonna know. And all those observations are based on simple things like Pokemon type, Pokemon moves that they generally have. Not like, maybe he has that crazy set that I only read about once. Like, nobody's thinking that. You play the spec, and then you scout if you can. Play safe when you can. You make a read when you're confident. That's why it's a strategy game. You see how that even has some back and forth. Marcus had him in like a little vortex, and he double switched on the switch. Double switching is when you switch twice in a row to get the advantage, but what I call a simultaneous switch is when both people switch trying to get the advantage on each other, but then, new Pokemon get thrown in the mix. There was a little bit of that in this game. It was really interesting, but otherwise solidly played. Solid. I'm surprised you have a Rotom Mow. Get that move off that Pokemon, Marcus.
Yeah, I just did.
Okay.
Just.
Dead giveaway. So, yeah, so the real question is not how Pokemon as an RPG escaped the RPG pitfalls. It never fell into them. I mean, I guess you could say working up these teams in the Game Boy game is like full-on RPG madness where you're worrying about egg freaking breeding partners and egg moves from parents that you don't have and walking a certain amount of steps and then natures and IVs and EVs and it's just so stupidly complex. And I've done it on almost every generation, trying to take advantage of just about every single quality of life feature they've added, and they're not quality of life, they're just different. Like, sure, I can raise up experience-wise and breeding-wise a bunch of eggs on the island in Pokemon Sun. Oh, cool. But it still wasn't good enough. I still couldn't get a team up fast enough. It was still annoying. I'm done raising Pokemon. I'm done. And I want things to be more like Showdown in the future, where I can just play off my phone or at any time and just kind of almighty Gliscor.
Oh, and GG Quick is in the Discord.
Yeah. Oh, is that why his name's GG Quake? Because Gliscor comes out and just wins? Gliscor. Man. You getting another one, Marcus? Or should we call that the stream?
We'll do one more. Share the turns. Then I'll go to sleep.
Okay. Oh, Adrian's... Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Local Tony, we're not battling, Tony. We gotta watch one more battle.
That's right. That's right.
Loco Tony. What
Yeah.
the heck?
I keep calling him Local Tony, as in like your friendly neighborhood Tony, but it's Crazy Tony. Loco in the Cabeza kind of Tony.
Oh, a Firo.
Okay, so this is one of the most important moves you'll ever make in Pokemon, the first move. It's not about even which Pokemon you want to go out first, it's about having a plan for the in-battle from the beginning. Oh, so Tentacruel probably has Toxic Spikes if he led with them. Who did you think you were going to lead with if you led with Tentacruel? Crocodile?
You need this guy for have
Yeah, if he has Toxic Spikes, Crobat doesn't have to worry about it. So I'd stay safe on the first. I'd put in Volcanion. Are you playing? Yeah, you're playing.
I'll give you the next turn.
I don't need to play. Hey, Toxic Spikes! He's gonna quit. 3, 2, 1, quit! He quit!
Oh, no.
Totally called that. So Marcus's opening turn was flawless, and then it was so flawless. The guy's like, "I'm out." Because who wants to recover from an embarrassment that's slap happy? Marcus is already getting another game. Since he's in Gen 7 UU, there's not a lot of games just popping right at midnight, but
Should be. I don't know why this is taking.
yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so right from the start, he has a dark type, a ghost type.
I'm gonna set Richard up.
Oh man, even though I was calling a lot of the same moves, I don't want the pressure on me. No.
He's bold.
He's
This
gonna
should
U-turn?
Yeah, this is just a pursuit trap. So I'll click first.
Okay, you click pursuit.
Don't crit me. My freaking life.
Marcus has all these so common threat is that Mega Beedrill, incredibly strong Pokemon, but it's a glass cannon, incredibly frail. Marcus said it has his Pokemon Crocodile tuned to where as long as he doesn't get crit, which is a 6-point-something% chance, that happens. This Pokemon coming out is dark, so even pursuit would be a bad idea staying in.
Don't tell me he's got a freaking Aqua Jet.
I was going to go Sedinja, but a smarter play is going Rotom. Or even Volcanion. I'm going to go Rotom.
Oh yeah, it's your turn. Yeah, save Crew.
Now
Nothing can take him. Oh, it's my turn now?
Yeah, I did my Rotom. Oh, we're doing the Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, you do a move then. I was gonna go Pain Split. Actually, nothing can really well.
Your move, Yami.
See which one is this? Electric.
How do you tell? Use hover.
You just
hover over.
it, yeah. I could take this guy's sucky, but
Yeah, just play it straight and get him out of here. We're too low on the ladder to actually find somebody who can be aware of the dynamics. Parting shot.
I was gonna trick.
Would it have worked?
I was gonna take this Toxicor that's about to come in.
Oh no,
Should I
no.
learn? Okay. Bad.
Okay, so my turn. Let's see.
Yeah.
I have weakened attack, but that doesn't stop me from tricking.
Well, it's not a trick. Get the heck out of there.
I'm going to
He's a salt
Volcanion.
vest.
Quit telling me to. I was gonna go Volcanion.
Oh, that assault vest.
So
No.
is he
Get it
specs
up.
with that damage?
That's prime. I mean, that's max special defense and
Yeah, so he's pretty much switching out. He's going to switch out to Crawdont. I think a Sludge Wave would be a good choice. No. Yeah, Sludge Wave?
Dude, why? They hit what?
To hit everything but the Crawdont. I want to weaken the Crawdont. Oh.
I mean, still rushing you freaking. Get that guy out of here. Oh, wow. Okay, he's being stinky. Okay, my turn.
Yeah, I should have Earth Powered.
He's going to party shot.
Yeah, so go to Sedinja. Sedinja.
Let's
go. Multi-attack.
Get your booty butt.
Booty cheeks out of here. This is Savali.
Okay.
Oh, Party Shot works on Sedinja? Oh, the words.
Did? Okay.
Oh, come on! Oh, man, what a read, and it missed. See, Adrian, it's your fault.
Oh, B.
That would have probably caused him to quit, so I'm glad I missed. Okay, so let's see what I want to do. He clearly has Toxic, so let's...
We got Crowbutt.
Yeah. Safety goggles, what was that for, Marcus?
For switch him in on Braden's. See people.
Do you think Absol, U-turn into Absol is justified on the knockoff?
I'm assuming he's gonna use that to. Wow.
Savali's
faster than me.
Yeah, Savali's fast, but not that fast. U-turn? You think that's strong enough? Probably not. No way, he's resisted. No way, it's not. Is U-turn?
It's my turn.
Yeah, is U-turn strong enough?
It should be. Clicking it. Let's go.
Crook. Let's go, Crook.
But no,
And
he's gonna
DG Quake was like,
multi-attack
use
again.
it. Multi.
Yeah.
Man, that would have worked with Crook. And you would have.
No.
Yeah, multi-tags are electric. It's Sivali electric. It takes the type of Sivali, right? Anyway.
Okay, I thought that was normal for some.
Yeah, that's tri-tac, and multi-tac is probably his signature.
Yeah, let's see.
It's not like that mattered
Okay.
anyway.
All right, good score.
Cool. Now let's see. That was a double switch. We had switched the previous turn, and we switched again, knowing that he wanted to switch. Like sometimes when you're playing rock paper scissors, between
All right, throw those rocks up.
All right.
We got world back. Okay,
Rotom.
all right, bro. Get the heck out of here.
Stone Edge. Who has Stone Edge? Oh, Krook. Yeah, Krook was banded. Scarfed or banded?
First scarfed.
He's scarfed. Scarfed. Yeah, he's choiced.
At
At one point I
What's this
thought...
fool doing here?
Yeah, it's your move, Marcus. At one point I thought the choiced items were like break Pokemon. That's a long time ago. And I was like, But man... There's something to be said about the... You pick it, Marcus?
Huh?
Is it my turn? Oh, I clicked Rotom, but what do I do?
I want to say Rotom. Got to hit Gliscor. He's going to be annoying.
Okay.
We don't need Volcanion.
Volcanion can kill Gliscor.
I mean, if he survives an earthquake, and he has to come in the rocks. We have to get the rocks away.
Okay. Okay, Volcanion.
Yeah.
Even though he's a great Pokemon, he's gonna. Ew.
Oh gosh, what a fool! What a fool!
Moves missing all over the place. So now I think you can almost Earthquake for the win Is he locked in if he does it? No. So I can Earthquake and then Steam Eruption, right? Earth
Steam
Power.
Eruption. No, Steam Eruption.
You don't like my Earth
I
Power.
know why you keep on trying to figure it.
I'm reading the universe.
You would have freaking levitated.
I was trying to hit this jerk. Now you
Now
can...
we
Earth Power Sludge Wave. Which is a Sludge Wave, right? Ouch. That thing is so strong. I'm surprised he didn't come out more often in this match.
now we're going to Rodum.
Rodon. And Volt Switch on his Chandelure switch in. And then get Crobat in, and then Defog.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Here
I mean, Sylveon.
comes the defog. Comes the
Sylveon.
defog.
Yep. Crobat. Click. So we're setting up so Sedinja, instead of dying in one hit, is not going to die ever. Defog.
Defog. Yeah. Can you survive this? Psyshock.
Oh, no. So now Sedinja can probably come straight in. Do you want to test for its potential status move and just put out Krook?
No, we're gonna.
Absol?
Oh, we still have our. No, wait, he knocked off. Never mind. Yeah, let's Earthquake. Does about 50 something.
Yeah.
And then we could just knock off and. Gosh.
Why is he picking that Pokemon to die? Did he really want to save his Sylveon? Or he wants to Aqua Jet it now with this crab?
Yeah.
Then,
All right. Trying to make bold plays.
Let's do it, Sedinja. We don't need a win. I guess if you Sedinja, it still won't change anything. Good, do it.
You know, if you go to Dingy, you can't get your free X scissor.
It's true.
Road,
Will he kill us?
Aqua Jet's a run. Run him, Marty.
Roto might miss that. He's a lobster. Roto might miss that Leaf Storm, so you don't want to.
He's got a Volt Switch. Volt Switch.
Okay, then Sedinja.
No, Rotom.
That was.
You Aqua Jets, he lives. If he knocks off, he's already knocked off.
But Sedinja was so funny.
This is also funny, but
Just because I'm laughing doesn't mean it's also funny. You click.
Volt Switch.
Yeah, you could have even tricked him, but you don't have your.
We don't have it anymore.
Yeah. And now you're gonna keep the pressure going with the same.
Now we just click Earthquake until Crocodile just. Earthquake, click it.
So, Adrian, even this little in part had a lot of looping. You're like, haha, I've caught you. And you make one good prediction, you can put him back in the loop, and he's just losing chip on every... Yeah, I clicked it. This guy's slow.
Get the heck out of here. This is GG. This is GG, homie. Now we freaking... Yeah.
Now we go to... No! No, not an absolute... It's so funny. Why is that funny? So yeah, that's Pokemon for you. Once you really get a feel for the battle, you can just do stupid stuff, just like in a fighting game. You're like, why are you doing this? You're like, I'm just clicking buttons.
That episode would have been funny. We have nothing to hit him with.
It's Sucker Punch.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You're doing funny.
Died. Yeah, it's funny.
All right,
see you. Bye.
All right, later, guys.
Whoever's still here.
Yeah, Adrian's quiet, and Cupcake GG Quake is still in the chat. But that was a great Pokemon stream. I hope that answers some of your questions on why Pokemon is a deep game. The RPG elements really weren't there. It was all about the big, obvious macro core stuff. Item, move, Pokemon in front of you, type. Like, those are the big deals that you're constantly negotiating. The hidden stuff is like why certain Pokemon can take more than one hit, which Pokemon are your defensive ones. Like, sure, there's stats behind that, but Pokemon's got like a really interesting balance to where It's really hard to one-shot a Pokemon, so you can kind of rely on a full health Pokemon surviving lots of stuff. And you can play a lot of it by feel, but I mean, that's just coming from a person who's played this game for hundreds and hundreds of hours. So I'd like to know more about what Adrian and Tony think in sometime in the future and see what their battle capabilities are. But that's it for this show, so I'll see you guys next time.
Later.